Fantastic.
Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my having a crack of Interstellar Transport Company. Now, last time, part 1 was before the game was available on Steam. Now, this time, the game is not only available on Steam, but has had a number of patches since then. And you can see them on the right-hand side here, at least some of them. I don't know if we can scroll. No, we can't scroll, so we can just see the latest ones. So we can see that there's been, I think there was in total about 5 patches since it's been released on Steam. The game is still in early access. So we can't expect all the features to be there, and we can't expect it to be working perfectly. But there has been lots of fixes, and now the multiplayer option is on the main menu, but they put this little buggy thing over it, which I think is quite cute. It's nice to know that the developers haven't just gone, right, this game is now released on Steam, early access, everybody buy it, and then done nothing. They're still working on it so far, and that is good to know. So far I've said that this game, from what we've seen, shows great potential. So let's spend a good chunk of time starting a single player game nice and properly, and have a really good, more in-depth look at the mechanics behind how you play the game and how the game works so far. So I'm going to start a new game with the same settings from last episode, but from the beginning. Let's go do that. Okay, so here we are, and the first thing we're going to do is pause the game. It's the 2nd of the 1st, 2050. We are approximately 33 years into the future. Yes, it could be realistic. We have a number of star systems here. We can see that they're all in this great big cloudy area, which is our game world. Looks pretty cool. We've only got one green one at the moment, and that's the one that we're in. So let's click it. What's the name of it? Is that Sinistar? I think I'm going to call that Sinistar. Right, so looking at this, we've got a green planet there, which I guess means it's a... Well, I don't know what the colours represent. I think it might be the type of planet. Now, this is an M1. That kind of aqua colour is an A4. Now, this one over there is an aqua, and that's a C4. This is yellow, and it's an A5. And that one is an F1. Nope, I think it might... I have no idea what all those things mean. What the colours mean. We'll have to find that out later on. I mean, here we've got a J-class planet with some moons orbiting, a D3 and an F3. So I really need to look up what that means. Probably as a geek, I should probably know. Let's have a quick look at the star. There's the star. All glowy and bright, and it seems to be... Looks like quite an early star. A youthful star. Right. Okay, enough of looking around at things, he says, thinking, I want to have a closer look at this planet. Oh yes, just like last time. This is an Earth-like planet. It's got a population, I think, is that, hang on a minute, yeah, 8 billion, which is actually rather small, I think. And we've got a development level, now it might be the development level, rather than the class. It's got a size of 5.1, raw materials availability, and there's no spaceport gates being claimed yet, but I did pause the game, so that's quite cool as well. Right, okay, so what we need to do is move some stuff around. This is a transport company after all. We have to decide what we're moving from and to. Now, I don't know what that is. Some sort of ship flashing. No idea. No idea what that is at this time. Not too bothered about that. Let's have a look at what we have to offer. So over here on this side we have a supply and demand grid. Relatively easy to determine what's going on. We've got a list of different resources across the bottom here. Tourists, travellers and colonists. 3 different types of people movement. Refugees, dilithium, crystals and fuel. Basically various different things. Now this planet here has a supply, a surplus of water and food and consumer goods, and it has a demand, it has a need for raw materials and rare resources, and also a little bit of business and travel on the tourist side of things. Now, let's find a nearby planet that we can do some trading with. Well, Cine 2, I'm going to shorten it to Cine. Cine 2 doesn't have a lot on it at the moment. It's a nice looking planet, somewhat resemblant of Mars. Let's have a look. It's moderately habitable, about 40%. There's already a population of 5 million people living on there. Cracking. There is a massive demand for food and water, and there is a supply of raw materials and rare resources. Ho ho ho! Hang on a moment. I think I can see something here already. There's also a demand for machinery, which I don't think we can supply from that planet anyway. Right, okay, so we know that food's required on this one, and it's supplied by this one, and the same with water, and then there's a backwards one as well. Now, I don't think we can refit ships as part of routes and stuff. Let's go to routes, let's go new route, and we want to go from Cine 3 to Cine 2. Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to take food and water over there. Now, there's no way, I think, of refitting the ships once they've been bought and moved around. There could be. Maybe that's a future feature. Don't know. But for now, there's no way of doing that. So we can't transport food and water one way and then transport raw resources back again on the return route. That would be good. So that route's in there now. What we're going to do is name that route, because otherwise I'm going to start getting confused. So I'm going to call it food and water to actually let's start a convention here. If it's from somewhere, we put the we're going to call it S3, so it's from S3 food and water to S2. So we're going from what and to. Yeah, I kind of like that convention. There we are. So we go from one to the other. Now we have to tell it what to pick up and put down. This is the bit I find a little bit confusing. So if we, can I save that? Yes. So if we select our first stop, which is labelled 0, it'd be nice if it was labelled 1. I know in programming and in computing, when you start counting from 0, but I don't like it in the user interface of a game like this. We can select a cargo not to pick up, or to pick on delivery rule and all that sort of thing. What I'm going to do, because I don't fully understand this yet, is I'm going to say, right, at Cine 3, right, we want to pick up, wait for full load of food, and we're going to wait for a full load of water, and we're going to split food and water across the two, and we're going to unload all, deliver and store, deliver and hold, deliver none. So if we've got a surplus, we're not going to be putting it back there. Now these ones, I don't know whether we need to. Let's design our ship first. We'll come back to that in a second. So, purchase new ship. You need to set. Oh, we need to lease a gate. Right, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Alright, over here. Thank you. Let's have gate. Start gate 1. Where's gate 1? There's gate 1. We'll have that. Just 1,400 a month. That'll do. Now, I don't know how many ships we can have coming out of these gates. The spaceport is spaceport size 8, which is interesting. Let's go back over to Cine 2. And where's gate 1? We'll have gate 1 there as well. That one is a lot more expensive. Yeah, I should have looked into that really, shouldn't I? Never mind. So what we're going to do, we're going to deliver an equal supply of food and water. So let's go back to where we want to launch from. We want to launch from here. We're going to go ships, purchase new ship. And we've got a number of different ships. We've got some rockets, which are one-time use ones. If you need to get something somewhere quick, that's fantastic. However, we are not doing that. We want to move stuff and go backwards and forwards continuously. So we've got the Doing 909, the Doing 919, and the Spacebus D500. Now, I think these are in size order. Small, large. No, that one's quite large. Right, but so that one's got 25 cargo bays. It's 1.2 in speed. Not a massive around. Yeah, the turnaround days is more. Days until delivery is 40 on that one. This one, the days until delivery on this one's 25, so we can have it as quick as the smallest one, but the fuel usage is slightly less. It's got more cargo bays. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah. Let's see, it doesn't need any dilithium. The reliability is... I don't know if that's better or worse. I think that's worse. Is reliability 1 perfectly reliable? I would say so. It can't travel warp. I think this one with the 25 cargo bays is going to be the best one. So, we're going to need liquid storage. Let's do that for the water, and then climate-controlled storage for the food. Now, my question is, do we want more food or more water? Well, there is more water in the supply, but what about the demand? Let's see. We're going to be going over to... Let's get Cine 2 on the left hand. There it is. Now, there's more water in the demand as well. So let's have a... Ooh, that's a bit of a high ratio. Can we reduce the number of... let's do that. So it's not quite a 2 to 3 relationship. We've got a slightly unbalanced there. Means we're going to be able to transport that nicely. Okay, we want to order that ship. We'll check to launch the ship immediately when it's delivered. Yes. There we go. Right. So we have a ship. We have some routes. There's a massive negative profit on that route. Maybe we should have... Well, I don't know. It's not good. It's not good at all. I think the cost of buying ships is included. So in this game, there's no real operating profit because the purchasing of ships is in there as well. Maybe that's something that we need to look at. So, it's already been assigned to food and water, S3 to S2 food and water, probably because that's the only route we've got. Maybe if we had multiple routes, it wouldn't. We've got an 11 to 14 ratio of food and water that we can do, so that is all ready to roll. What we need to do now is say, right, we can carry food, consumer goods, rare resources, and what's the other one? The purple one. I'm not seeing a purple one. That one's there. Those two are there. Those two are... Well, they're not in the same order. And then people. Okay, so whatever it is, we only want to full load on those 2 items. And then... Do we get... Yeah, and then... Right. So we want to deliver none on the water, deliver none on the food, keep it on board, wait for full load on that, wait for full load on that. What's that active mean? Skip? No. We want to pick up none, unload none on that one. And can we select multiple ones? No. Okay, devs, if you're watching, I'd like to be able to have this better. This is slow. Maybe I'm not understanding the way that it should work, but because I don't fully understand it, I'm going to go down here and say, look, we don't want to deliver these, and we don't want to we don't want to pick up any of them. Right. I think I've got that sorted now. Now, at the other end, we want to deliver, unload all on everything that we can unload, and there's going to be no pickups. So we want to make sure we pick up none of either of them. In fact, of any of these. Right. We could, in theory, take back something else. What can we fit in there? So we... Oh, look. Right, rare resources. There is a supply of rare resources at Cine 2. And if we go to Cine 3, there is a demand for rare resources. So what we can do is on rare resources, we can say, not wait for full load, but do not wait. Next demand. What does... Oh, hang on, here we go. It tells us. So next demand. A ship will only pick up enough cargo here to satisfy the current demand of the next stop en route. There we go. next demand. So we're actually going to be picking up some rare resources to take back. That means we can make a little bit of money in both directions. Cracking. Do not wait. Actually, that probably wants to be pick up none. Pick up none. Water. Pick up none already. And then the... what is that? That one, the red one? It's dilithium fuel. Pick up none. Right. I think we're sorted. I really need to double check my knowledge of these. Right, so let's put... now we've got the route done. And yes, it was a bit complex, but I suppose that's the idea of this game, isn't it? To work this sort of stuff out. We've got a ship 1. We're going to order a duplicate ship. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the route slightly so that on... we're going to pick up... which one's the smallest one? Food, I think it is, isn't it, on the demand. So we're going to say wait for next demand. And on the water, we're just going to just... do not wait. Do not wait. This is good for most situations. There we are. I like the sound of that. Any of the cargo type that is currently available will be picked up, and the ship will depart. So we'll just take... we're going to take enough food. We're going to wait around to take enough food to meet the demand from the planet at the other end, and we're just going to pick up as much water as we can that's available and take it with us. Right, okay. There we are. So we've got 2 ships there. Now we're not going to... well, we could launch an order, but we're going to stop that. And we're going to duplicate that. Now we've got 3 ships now. There we go. Right. Let's unpause the game. So we've got stuff flying around all over the place. We've got a red line now between these 2 planets, denoting our link there. There should be some AI in the game. I don't know how quick they are at doing these sorts of things and adding their own routes in, but we'll see. And there we are. Look, the green team have bought a gate. Now, let's have a look at the next planet out, Cine 4. Right, we've got a demand for food and water, a massive supply of machinery, and a need for colonists. There's no gates there at all. We'd have to upgrade the spaceport just so that we can dock our ships at it. If we look at ships and go to purchase new ship, we can see that the big ship that we're using there needs a spaceport of 4. Now, oh, looks like somebody just paid to get some space gates there. So we'd need to upgrade this spaceport from a medium one to a bigger one. But we could bring machinery. Do we need machinery? Oh, we haven't got a demand for machinery here. Have we got a demand for machinery anywhere? No, we've just got supplies of it. Colonists are needed here. A colonist needed there? A little bit. I don't really want to start with people. Let's see. Food, water. Yeah, I'm not too so convinced that that's a good one. Let's go over here and see what's going on. So this particular planet has no spaceport at all. It's not even colonized. I don't know if we could... we can subsidize a colony, but it would cost more money than we have. In fact, it would cost more than double the money that we have. But that'd be interesting to actually see if... oh, what was that? Oh, our ship was delivered. Now, I clicked on this immediately. Devs, if you're watching, that should make me go to what happened when you click on that. Thank you. Let's just zoom out. Where is it? There we are. So it should be just over here somewhere. Ships. Oh, it's loading and unloading. There we go. So can I double click on the... oh, it's in transit. There it is. Our ship's in transit. We've got our first ship on the way. It is carrying full capacity of both water and food. I don't. What's that do? What's that button? That's ship cam. All right. Okay. What's this one? I don't know what that was. What did I just duplicate it? I did. I just purchased another one. I didn't mean to. Okay. We've got another one that's in transit. So I think there's one following. Yep, there is. Oh, God, let's get loads of them going. Yeah, we've got one on order there. All right, okay. So that's duplicate, even though it doesn't tell me that it is. What's that one? Don't think that button does anything. What's that? That one shows me the route that it's on. That's cool. Right, let's get rid of that. Now, apparently, we're not doing very well. If we look at the finances and say over the last 5 years, we've spent $145,000 and we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. But we do have some ships that are on their way. Looks like we might have another... Yeah, we have another ship that's in transit. Let's order a duplicate ship of that ship 6. And we'll see what's going on in terms of... Oh, what's that? What is that? I'm trying to click on that. Nothing's happening. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right, I'm going to stop buying ships. We've only got 75,000 left. It's taking ages for these ships to get there. Okay, let's stop buying ships. Stop. We might have to get a loan out. Let's have a closer look at the ship, see what it looks like. Okay, so we can see the inner hull if we want to, apparently. Let's zoom out a little bit so we don't get that. Yeah. Our camera seems to focus, when we're following a ship, the camera seems to focus just off the back side there. But, that's a nice little bit of graphics, that. I like that. It's good. Right. Oh, no. Everything cost us money for a second then. Oh, we got another ship delivered. Let's have a look. Ships. We've got one that's stopped. Let's start that. There we are. It's now loading and unloading. Now, can I open route? Center camera. No, that's on the wrong. Right, center camera again. Oh, look, the AI have got some ships out now. Right, so we've got 3 ships on the way. The AI have got some ships over there. It's all going brilliantly. Right, okay. So, oh, there it goes. That one's off now as well. So we've got 4 in transit. Well, let's just quickly... can I get to the other end before they do? No. Hang on, where are they? Here we go. They're about to land. Hopefully we get some good money from it. How much was that? I didn't see. It just flung up. That was too quick. Devs, if you're watching, make that slower. Just a little bit. So that's landed now. We should be able to have a quick look at our finances. Oh, there we are. Food and water. It was just over... Oh, 6,200. 6,200 for that one trip. And now, in theory, it's loading up to take things back. There we are. That was another 5. Right, now what's it doing now? Now, it's got no water on board and 11 of something. It should be... Can I see in any more detail what's on board? It just says 11 food, consumer goods, rare goods or refugees, but I don't know which one it is. So in theory, it should now be bringing back the rare goods. It should be bringing back rare goods. And if I go this route here and go rare goods, it's set to next demand. So let's close that, exit this. No, it goes back to where we were. The camera jumps back when you go from ship to ship. This one's carrying 11, that one's carrying 11, that one's carrying 11. Oh, it gives you a breakdown when you hover over the ship like this. Oh, brilliant. Okay, let's check. So that's rare goods, that's rare goods, and that's right. Okay, so it's all bringing rare goods. And we've got 2 more on the way. Wow, that's costing us a lot of money there. So now they're heading over here. Now it looks weird because they're just going out randomly to nowhere, but I'm presuming that by the time they get there, that's where the planet will be, because all these planets are moving. So if I come over right next to this planet, you can see it's rotating. It's actually moving as well. If we speed up time in the game, now I think we're moving as well. So our camera's relative. Yes, because you can see all the other planets and stars and stuff moving. Now if we just... Whoa! I love the camera and the fact that it's really quick on the rotation here. Those 2 ships back there are pretty much sorted now. Now what's our money situation like? So we've got 30,000 in there, and its gate rental has been 30,000, ship fuel has been 5, cargo maintenance 2. That's not great. That's not great at all, really. So now, Ship 2... well, yeah, the ships are slightly out of order now, but Ship 2 is carrying rare resources. Ship 6 is only carrying 4 rare resources, because that's what the demand will be. And Ship 7 is not carrying any, which is terrible, which means these ships need to spread out a little bit. But they will do, naturally, by the orders that we've got going. Well, there we go, folks. That is me creating some ships, creating a route, working out what might be profitable and getting them going. Before we end the episode, what we're going to do now is skip forward in time by the magic of editing and see how these ships running on this route over a period of time works out on the finances. So, over to me in the future. Well, thank you very much, me, and how wonderful it is now to be here in the future. Now, what you can see here is on the left-hand side is the original route that we did just a few moments ago. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my ships, the red ones, going between S3 and S2. Now, they've been taking food and water to S2, lovely, and they've been picking up the raw resources and bringing them back. Now, I did miss something in the route settings, so if we go to the route, on the return journey, so actually delivering at S3 for the raw resources, I had that delivered to delivered none, because I didn't think of that when I first started in the route. I changed it to unload all, and they started dropping off their raw resources on the return journey. That is absolutely fantastic, cracking. Now, what I've also done is I've started sending out food and water to S4. So I had to look at S4, found that it needed food and water. I had to grow the spaceport just to get a gate in there, but that's okay now. And we've got 2 ships on the way there. Now, the reason why we've only got 2 is we ran out of money. That's pretty much a standard with me when I play these games. I always run out of money. However, if we look at the finances, and we look over the course of the last 5 years, I have spent 457,000 and made 214,000. Now, that sounds like I'm losing money, but if we go back in time and only look at the last, let's see, the last 30 days, no, hang on a minute, yeah, the last 90 days, where I haven't purchased any new ships yet, you can see that our gate rental, ship fuel and cargo maintenance is costing us 16,000 over those last 90 days, whereas our fares collected of food, raw resources and water, raw resources by the way, looks good at making money on them, has made 23,000. So overall, we're actually making money. It's just we need to pay off those ships that we've purchased. Now, we've got the 2 different routes. If we select that to make sure it's just the first route that we created, you can see that it's only costing us 5,000 and we're making 23. Making good money. In fact, I think if we go to 180 days, you can see we've got some ships purchases there. We're nearly made enough money back to account for the cost of our ships in the first place, which is brilliant. And if you look at the new route, you can see that we've made nothing yet, and we've spent money on ships, and that's because our ships haven't quite got there yet. So I'm really enjoying this game so far, and you can see here that the AI has started sending ships all over the place. This screen is going to get busy, like very busy. What I would love to be able to do is, there we go, if we go top down, it looks like all the ships seem to face, are they facing away from the middle of the camera? I don't know. There's some sort of ship facing issue in the game at the moment, but you can zoom out to look at the solar system, and you can see ships all over the place. The actual lines for the routes aren't that clear, but I think once you get more ships going along a route, it'll be very easy to follow. And to be honest, space is meant to be 3D. On that note, I've noticed that the solar system is a 2D solar system. It would be nice to see a little bit of fluctuations in that, like we do get in real life. That would be nice, just so that you get some planets orbiting at a skew, and all the orbits circular. Yeah, all the orbits as well are circular. It'd be nice to have some elliptical orbits. Maybe you could do it so that you time it so that when a planet comes in closer on its elliptical approach, that is when your ship catches up with it and does its delivery. That would be quite cool. So I'm really looking forward to these sorts of things that may or may not be coming to this game in the future. I'm going to try and get hold of the devs and have a word with them. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this look into the beginnings of this game. If you want me to do a Let's Play on it, I'm considering it. So if you get lots of likes on this video, I'm probably more likely to do a Let's Play. But thank you very much for watching. If you've got any thoughts, ideas, comments and questions, please do pop them down in the comment section on YouTube, and I will see you all soon. Take care, and for now, goodbye.